Morning. Good morning. So my name is Andrew Burridge. I work for Northwest ADASS in the programme office. So we support our 24 directors of adult social care Northwest. We do improvement work. We'll do what we call sector-led improvement, where we might set up a peer review and we provide data, so on. But we also work really closely with our portfolio holders network. One of the best piece of work, well, full stop, and one of the more interesting pieces of work with the portfolio holders we did was the direct portfolio holders did a whole set of interviews with people with disability and their families about their experience of the pandemic. And it was a great way to use people's skills in a different way. Then I wanted to say, I personally always really interested in the role of councillor and local democracy. When I first started my career 23 years ago, the first job I got was as a scrutiny officer supporting a scrutiny committee. So it was quite a novel role for new local government officers, because I had direct access to councillors, which I didn't know anything about. And quite quickly, I was really impressed with how knowledgeable people were, how it was generally, not always, it was generally kind of cross-party exercise. It was this level of knowledge and reach into communities, into people who were using services, that was being passed on to officers or being used to challenge officers and the executive. So that's always stayed with me. It's one of the things I think local government has that you find quite energising, if you're into this sort of thing, that you find quite energising, that the NHS won't have, partners won't have. So this sort of thing was immediately very interesting to me. We'd also done some work with University of Birmingham and the 21st century officer. They called earlier piece of research. We thought that was really useful when we heard out. So we wanted to be involved because we liked some of the people and the organisations that we'd heard of. In the role that we got though, so in the programme office, we're often finding out about examples of innovation, good practice, and it's kind of, I suppose it's a common frustration across the sector that some of these good ideas don't quite get adopted. They don't quite get adopted at all, or they don't get adopted at pace, at scale. So we were interested in what's the role of the councillor in different ways, executive, scrutiny, ward councillor, in supporting innovation, be it connecting good ideas. But there was a particular thing we were interested about. How can councillors help support people in the community that might have got a small project or might want to start a business or an organisation? Is there a connecting role that they can play there? So this came at a really interesting time. We thought you might want to help us with that. So we were really excited about being involved. We knew that you wanted to take a sort of co-production approach, which I think has gone really well. We're really interested. So we've learned quite a lot about the process of doing these exercises, not just the research. That's all I've got to say. I think we think it's been a really rewarding thing to be involved in, and I guess we're about to now find out the findings, aren't we?